Yeah, that's retarded, man. Like, I'm speechless right now. It's like, fuck me, man. I'm gonna tweet with Pope like Boost Phoenix, like Boost Penis did. You know, like.
Threaten that you have screenshots in your
yeah,
leak.
I've got screenshots of the fat Nabushi. You know, whatever. Anyways,
just close down your YouTube channel and open up a gaming store, mate. That's what you got to do.
yeah. So yeah. Anyways, shall we start? I mean, it's not gonna be. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Whatever. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, first of all we got Jagira. Jagira, say hi.
Hi, Jagira.
Yeah. I sound like a fucking deflated balloon. I hate it. Well, whatever. Yeah, Jagira. Welcome to the podcast, and we got Tony, also known as Tony.
Yep. Takes a lot of people actually a long time to figure that shit out. Not even gonna lie. It triggers me.
Really?
Yeah, people are like, is that guy Toeknee? And I get really triggered. But yeah, Tony is just Tony.
Yeah,
that's actually how I thought your name was pronounced, and then Doggy just said Tony. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, well,
it's a real thinker.
Well, I had to write down his YouTube name so you would know. If I just said Tony, you know, like you probably wouldn't get it, you know. So actually, people fucking butcher my name. They say Dojai or something like that. It's like
Dojai,
Doji.
Yeah, Doji. See, like Tony.
yeah.
Yeah, it's easy, man. Like, come on. Anyways,
it could be worse. You could have my YouTube name. Get called Fagira quite a bit.
Fagira.
That's right. People are mean.
Yeah.
It was creative, so I let it slide.
Yeah.
Well,
I get the occasional bony. That's pretty good.
Now that we're talking about toxic people, you know, that's actually the topic of today's podcast, you know. And I'm glad you guys, and I'm glad I could make it. I'm glad that you guys could make it. You know, it's like really hard to get some people, you know, to join the podcast because everybody's in a fucking different time zone. So yeah, there goes the balloon again. Anyways. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, what I was gonna talk about is the toxicity, where people like to call it in our community. Yeah, me and Jagira just talked about it, and it's basically like when you're in a duel or something like that. I mean, I had a bunch of fucking videos around my channel with toxic people, like making a salty kid rage quit or something like that, and then I get accused of salt farming. I mean,
yeah.
And then people. Yeah, go ahead.
I can speak on that. I know there's a lot of channels that like that's specifically what they do, right? They try to salt farm, but like if you have a majority of your vids, right, and less than 10% are like, you know, salt videos or something, you're probably not salt farming. And you know, if it gets into an instance where someone just gets kind of pissed or something, I mean, it's fun to antagonize the person a little bit further, right? But
yeah,
you could
definitely.
just be having a good fucking day, and then all of a sudden, some dude just tells you to kill yourself. It's like, all right, play ball.
Yeah, it's like that. But that's actually what's happening to me. It's like I'm going into a duel. You know, it's like I come from my fucking work, I come home, and I just want to fucking play a duel. You know, and then I get into the fight a fucking toxic weeb that I played like 2 days ago, and he's like, "Oh fuck you, you can only play Warlord," you know, and I just fucking picked up Warlord. I'm a rep 1. I fucking suck with it. I just headbutt spam.
Right.
You know? And he starts fucking talking shit, you know? So what am I supposed to do? He's like, yeah, I'm still going to be playing. So, of course, I'm going to talk shit back. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what people expect, you know? It's like, of course I get salty too. But when I get salty, I don't write, "Hey Tony, go kill yourself, please," you know, or "Stop playing Kensei. Can you play something else?" You know, like playing Kensei. I
say it out loud, but I don't type it.
Yeah. You like playing Kensei. I like playing Raider, and I like playing Warlord. So what's the fucking problem with that? You know, it's like.
Yeah, no, I find it's pretty funny. Sometimes to just kind of like throw positivity back at them or something.
Oh, it's a great one. It really confuses them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't remember which one. I had something. I wasn't even recording my voice. I was just like trying to record some clips maybe to make a little montage, throw it together. And some dude got super salty for some reason. don't know why. It's like he was angry at himself too, which was another thing that was weird. And so he was a decent player, like, don't get me wrong. And then, you know, I beat him. He just kept throwing shit at me. And then I wrote like, hey, GG, man, good fight at the end. And he just wrote, go hang yourself, cunt.
Yeah, I've had that a million times, man. It's like, just like I said 2 days ago when I fought that guy, I was trying to throw positivity back at him, just like you said. And I said, like, come on, man, let's stop it. I just wanna have a nice duel, you know. And he wasn't a bad player, you know. But the thing is, he kept on talking shit. He wasn't really salty, but he was very toxic, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a big difference between being salty and being toxic. Like, I think if you're being salty, it could just be the classic little bit of a mini rage meltdown.
Yeah.
Like I've been salty on my streams, but I wouldn't be toxic. I think like toxicity is when you've got these people who are just telling you to go hang yourself, to go kill yourself, and just shit like that. And it's like, why do you even need to type that? Just say it out loud.
People get like a false sense of security behind their keyboard, you know?
Yeah.
So I guarantee you met those people in real life, they would be just absolute angels, right? They would probably never ever say that, but it's
probably
it's the computer screen.
Like I have a friend, he's also a sub, you know, he's saying the same shit, you know. I'm pretty tall and I'm pretty big. Been working out my whole life. You wouldn't say I'm a fucking geek, but I am, you know. So yeah, but it's kind of funny, you know. So but the thing that you know, that's fucking stuns me sometimes is the amount of hate you get for some fucking videos. I just talked to Jagira like for 5 minutes about it, you know. Like the worst thing that I ever made was season tier lists, you know.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. So you can imagine, I got death threats, and I'm not fucking kidding. I got death threats for it, you know. I got people insulting my family, you know, just because I placed Velk above Shigoki or something like that. So I don't get it.
Yeah,
well, as well, like when you have a personal opinion on a hero as well. So like, and it's also the, you know, PC versus console type thing as well, isn't it, with the frames. Like some people may, and on console, I think people say they find Shaman harder. On PC, I don't really have an issue with Shaman at all. So then when you say, oh, well, I don't really have an issue with that one hero, there's someone who does have an issue with it, will just leave you very colourful messages saying how you should go slit your wrists.
Yeah. I mean, it's like your characters that are like countered to, right? So like I play Kensei and stuff. People like Lawbringer and Conqueror are pretty good against like Kensei and stuff. And like,
oh, gotcha.
I don't really like the Centurion matchup either because it's like heavy is really quick, can interrupt my stuff. I'm like, yo, I hate fighting Centurion. I'm not good against it. And then people are just like, but Centurion not very good. You suck. Kill yourself.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like people telling me Gladiator is not that OP. Try telling that to a Raider main, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was saying to Doggy, like, I main Lawbringer, and in 1v1s I hate going into 1v1. One, because Lawbringer, you just naturally want to be a turtle, and you feel dirty for doing it. And another aspect is whenever I go against a Conqueror, I do just want to slam my head against a wall because
everybody does,
you
man.
Can do. You know, whenever I mention that, just like, oh, do you know how much I hate Conquerors? I always get people just jump at me, just like, but he's not even that good compared to. And I think a load of people have this sort of idea, just like, well, no, this is my point of view, and if you don't agree with it, then you are wrong.
Like I can agree. I get a bit of salty whenever I have to fucking face a Gladiator. You know, I get a bit salty.
Yeah.
As soon as I see a Gladiator, I just fucking hate those characters. You know, so I don't know. Maybe it's because I played Raiders for too long, and you know, I don't know, man.
It's yeah. I think it's entirely like your like matchups and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, the PC versus console thing, right? There's obviously different like meta almost, and then player characters. Like I like Shigoki. All right, every game I play with Shigoki, I'm already salty because he sucks, but then I go into it, and then it's like, people are like, Shigoki's just OP, you just have to wait for your hyper armor to get up. And then I have people, and it's like, I just, who just like completely turtle don't attack and stuff. And then it's like, they get upset at me for not wanting to attack either. And it's like, I don't know, just people.
You know when I got really salty? I was actually watching the E3 reaction on your channel, Tony. You know, that's when I got really salty because I was on fucking vacation. You know, and I knew it was gonna be a faction that's going to be released, and I knew it was going to be a siege mode. I just got the fucking faction wrong, you know, by a mile, but it doesn't really matter. But when I saw the reaction on your channel and I saw that that we got a whole new fucking new faction and we got the siege mode, you know, I was so fucking salty because I couldn't make a fucking video. I was on my vacation, and I was like, "Fuck me! Why me? Why now? Why does every fucking good shit that's happening to the game happening when I'm on vacation?" You know?
Yeah, I'll tell you too. That video got me salty too. All right, the video itself did pretty well, right? So literally in the video, right, you know, Rahman talks about faction, and you know, I was completely off on the faction, but I knew there was going to probably be one. And then the game mode, and I've made videos in the past where like I called for like, you know, we need some sort of castle siege or some sort of breach mode, something like this. And so before he said it, he was like, we're adding in a new game mode, kind of the medieval fantasy. I'm like, oh, it's got to be breach then, right? And then he said breach, and people are getting on me in the comments like I watched it before and then watched it again and did a fake reaction.
You can see in the future, Tony.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So. I'm
There's
just
nothing
an
you can.
individual.
There's nothing you can do right, man. It's like.
I was actually surprised it was a Chinese faction.
What?
I actually was too. I was too.
I was very surprised it was Chinese.
I was actually fucking hoping for a Middle Eastern faction, man. Like,
Same.
Oh yeah. Same.
Man,
I really
mate,
want the Middle
we
Eastern.
already got the fucking Asian. Like this is Samurais 2.0, if you ask me. We got fat old Nabushi, you know, and we got Tiandi, that's like a Centurion with breakdance moves or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a Centurion Kensei combo.
Yeah,
Something
something
social
like
justice.
Yeah.
I've actually seen on Twitter a lot when someone said, "Why don't they just stick the Chinese faction in the samurai faction?" And it just blew up of people saying, "How dare you even say that?" Because they're different cultures, and so, I get different cultures.
Are we gonna talk about PC culture now?
I mean, we could.
I fucking hate that, man. Like, what the fuck happened?
Oh,
Tony, where are you from, mate? Sorry, Jagira.
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from the Michigan in the U.S.
All right. So, but you probably heard about Evergreen College.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus, what the fuck is going on there, man? It's like,
what's that?
Oh, Jagira.
I've been out of the loop for a long time. What's Evergreen College?
Evergreen College, man. Like, white people are not allowed to attend the college, you know.
What?
Yeah. I mean, for a day or something like that. So they're free for white people. I mean, we're getting off topic, you know, like that. It's totally fucking chaos, you know, what's going on with the PC culture nowadays. It's like also Battlefield 5. You know, I could puke when I.
Do you know my favorite sort of PC reaction thing that was just stupid was, you know, what game was it? It was a samurai based game. I'm trying to think.
Oh, which was it? PS4 or?
I can't remember. It was the white dude in a kimono and a straw hat blowing away on a float.
Oh, you mean...
Not giving it much justice, but that's basically what it was. I'm sure someone in the comments will point out what it really is. But it was like a white guy, and there was this one... It was funny enough, it was a white girl, and she was like, "Oh, how dare..." Yeah, it was Sony, that was it. "How dare Sony, a Japanese company, making a game about Japan and samurai, have a white guy playing the flute?" And this guy came forward with all this sort of knowledge of like how he's actually a master of this flute, and he studied in the art, and he's appreciating of the culture and everything. And then,
oh right, they had their press conference, right?
Yeah,
they had the people performing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
And people were just getting mad because it was a white guy blowing on, on a Japanese instrument.
It goes the other way as well, man. Like I mean, I said it before, and I play a fucking Black Viking. You know, I made it just because he looks awesome. You know, that way. And at the beginning of For Honor, in the alpha and the closed beta, open beta, and so on, people were fucking hitting my comment section up and saying like, that's not historically correct. You know.
Oh God.
Jesus,
just
motherfucker.
Like, play whatever the hell you want, all right? Just as long as you're not like insulting like people and shit, just do whatever.
I can't say. I mean, like when I was playing, I didn't see much of that shit. But I know at the start, like when I first, when was it? For Honor dropped. It was Valentine's Day, weren't it? 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first started, there were people being like, "Why are you playing a Black Viking?" And I'm just thinking, does it really matter? Or like. Shikoki, you can see a bit of skin, can't you? You can make him black. And people, I don't get why people complain about a character's skin color. For fuck's sakes, it's just pointless.
It's just the age of complaining, my dude.
In season 2, when they brought out a Centurion, I remember like seeing one dude. It was a Forge that came out, right? And there was a black Centurion on my team, and someone was just pointing that out, like, "Oh, well, it can be historically accurate." I'm just like, it doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter what his skin color is. Play the game.
Right.
Of course
yeah,
not. If
not
yeah,
to,
go ahead.
Not to divert from this heated race discussion, but I don't know if because we mentioned E3. I was actually just curious because I haven't talked to too many people about it. Were you guys like hyped for any of the games that you saw at E3?
No, because I get the feeling they're all going to be disappointments. It's like a very sort of sexy tease, and then when you actually get it, it's like, oh.
The one thing that I was really excited
wait
about.
a bit more before I start getting very hyped for shit.
The one thing that I was really excited about was Skull and Bones. And
oh no, Elder Scrolls 6. I was hyped about that, and I saw.
But people are trashing the game, and they're kind of ruining it for me. So I don't know. I'm not really sure about it now. You know. So
what, Skull and Bones?
Yeah.
People trash everything Ubisoft makes, right?
Yeah. It's fashionable to hate on Ubisoft, and I don't get why.
Yeah.
But they made probably one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic. Even though the last installment was fucking shit, you know, but I love the game.
I mean, they've made great games. I mean, yeah, they've messed up once, twice, 80 times, but they try their best, you know, to fix them too and make them better and stuff. But
yeah,
I think they're a good company. They don't get enough credit.
I think everyone will agree that Ubisoft has made fuck-ups in the past, and they will continue to make fuck-ups. It's just the nature of, you know, the world. But I just see so many people who just think it's fashion. It's like, you know, the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
I saw people complaining about that, like, oh, here's another Assassin's Creed game. But from a business perspective, you can see why. The Assassin's Creed franchise is so successful.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, man.
I was going to say, like, we've had the Warcraft film that came out, which was a good movie.
It was. I don't know.
In my opinion. I've not actually seen the Assassin's Creed film, and I really hate myself for it because
It's not really Assassin's Creed related, per se. It's kind of like its own story kind of thing. It's not really related to any of the games. Not to say it was an okay movie. It was okay.
So is it worth watching?
Maybe once.
You know, now you reminded me of one thing. Remember, like a year ago, or something like that? No, not a year. But yeah, probably a year ago or something like that. When we had all of those fucking videos for Honor is Dead. You know.
Oh fucking hell!
You know how many
reasons why For Honor is Dead.
Oh
yeah.
For Honor has lost 95,000% of its player base.
So you know what's really funny? That's happening with Fortnite now. Have you guys noticed? Like, I went on YouTube the other day, and I'm seeing videos. 10 reasons why Fortnite will die in 5 months, and I'm thinking, oh, fucking grow up.
I don't really give a fuck about Fortnite. You know, it's like.
I actually, you know, I played a bit of Fortnite. For a free-to-play game, it's actually pretty good.
Oh, you played it?
Yeah, I played Fortnite. For a free-to-play game, it's actually pretty good.
Get the fuck out.
They capitalize on on their skins super hard. Like, they put new skins like every single day. Yeah. And rotate them out and stuff, and it's like they make so much money. What upset me is Epic Games basically shut down. What was it called? Paragon? Paragon, and didn't they do like Unreal Tournament too? Wasn't that? I know they shut down Paragon, and basically it was like, yeah, let's just shut down this game that's not really doing too well, just to make Fortnite a bit better. Because I like Paragon.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, I hated it when I saw people, you know, talking about For Honor is dead, you know, they lost 90% of its player base and stuff like that, and then those fucking channels come back, you know. Why the fuck are you coming back if you made a video about the game that it's already dead, you know?
I mean,
I kept my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, you can say all you want. I mean, obviously you could look at, well, there's not a huge like way to represent like the numbers of people playing. Obviously, you can probably the only thing you can check is like Steam charts, but that's not a really representative number. But yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, I mean, like maybe people weren't playing, but people loved to watch it. Like even if people weren't playing, people had still heavily like a heavy interest in the game, and they were just probably waiting for a few tweaks to happen to come back.
Yeah, because the
thank you for saying that. That reminds me of a point. I've got because I used to play the game Ion. Don't know how many of you guys know it.
Yeah.
Basically Korean WoW. Used to play Ion, and I had a lot of guys from a guild I was in, who I still talk to, right? They watch my videos of me playing For Honor. Now, they don't play the game, right? Because then they said, oh, the game's got too high of a skill cap, I can never do it, but they enjoy watching people play it. And I think what you just said there was a really good point. Yes, a game may have less players, but you're going to have more people probably watching it. It's like StarCraft 2. I am a terrible StarCraft 2 player. I am god-awful. I am the absolute worst, but I will spend hours and hours watching it on Twitch, watching tournaments and everything, because I just love watching people play the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a thing too. Sorry to cut you off with like speedrunners too. Like a lot of the times they'll do games, you know, that don't have like a huge community or something, but like people watch them because they just absolutely destroy a game in a way that you couldn't even fathom to do. And it's like people will, if something's like interesting enough and looks cool, even if they themselves can't play it, they're still interested and they'll probably watch it.
Yeah, but the thing is, why did people stuck around with For Honor? You know, even if it was like quote unquote dead. I myself, and I think Illustrue said it in his last video. He put it so fucking good. He said it was because of the potential of the game, and I saw a lot of potential. And it's not unique; it's one of a kind. You know, that's He put it so nicely, and that's why I stuck around. I knew this game had so much fucking potential. There was no other game before like For Honor. I mean, of course we can find some other comparisons, you know, to For Honor, but none was like it. So that's why I stuck around for all like for these past 2 years, and you know, made videos about it. Yeah.
For Honor is one of these games that I stuck around with a lot as well, and I was defending it a lot as well. Mainly just because, like you said, there's never been a game like it. I can now think of things like, you know, you've got, I don't know, would you say Absolver's like it? Because it's got a sort of guard stance, would you?
Absolver was like it, but Absolver was pretty poo-poo.
I was disappointed heavily.
I was really, I don't want to get onto an Absolver tangent. I could go for like 10 hours, which is more than the gameplay and that it had to offer. But yeah.
Well, it looked poo-poo to me, so that's why I didn't pick it up. I saw everybody picking it up, you know, especially the For Honor content creators. Yeah. I get it, you know, it's close to the For Honor, you know, genre or something like that. So I knew people were gonna pick it up, but I didn't want to pick it up because it looked like fucking trash.
It is actually pretty dope. The combat is pretty cool, but like literally you're done with everything in the game in like 2 hours.
They've actually released a lot of content lately. Like I keep up to date with it on social media, and they are like updating a lot of stuff. Because to me, I used to like doing the PvP thing, but it got so bullshit because you'd walk into a corner, shockwave, get sent flying off the map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's not like in For Honor where if you're doing it in a 4v4, for example, you just respawn. It's like, no, that's it. That's your game done. Tough shit, Sonny. I'm thinking,
Yeah, there's only about 200 people playing right now, which kind of sucks because I liked the game for what it was.
Have you seen it on Twitch? There's like, last time on Twitch, I think there was 16 people watching it on Twitch.
Yeah, that's sad.
That is really sad. Do you know what's sadder? I pre-ordered that shit.
You know what's sadder? I did too.
Oh, I feel you, man. I feel you.
What game? What
Absolver.
game are you? Absolver. All right.
Yeah, pre-ordered it.
Yeah. I'm the smart one. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Pre-ordering
basically,
Absolver has basically was one of the things that's stung me enough of like, yeah, I've got to stop pre-ordering games.
Right, yeah. Well, they had that thing too with the first day when the servers were like, you literally like couldn't play.
Yeah.
That kind of ruined them.
like
as
For
well.
Honor, right at the beginning.
Yeah, it was pretty
But
much.
worse.
Well, I mean,
That was.
Yeah.
Remember
at
the
least
beginning?
Yeah, no, I don't want to remember the beginning.
No,
Yeah,
let's not remember
that
the
was
beginning.
that was fucking awful, and I understand why some people left the game behind because of that, But if you come back now to the game, it's actually so much fucking better. And I don't agree with yeah, okay, we definitely have some balance issues, but that the characters are not that far away from each other, except for Shigoki, and Aramusheba and Valkyrie, in my opinion. They're not that far
do you know
apart.
The worst thing about season 1?
What?
Shigoki charge knockdown into heavy. Shigoki
That was
charge
awesome, man.
knockdown.
Like,
No, I
he
hated
needs-
that. I
He needs that
hated
shit
so
back
much.
now.
No,
He needs that shit back now. Yeah.
That's when he was played in like almost every single tournament in like the 2v2s and stuff. You would just run like a Shigoki Peacekeeper layout and then just Oni charge up and down a hallway. Yeah,
Don't just play. That's giving me flashbacks.
They should just now that we're talking about that, we can talk about that a bit more. What do you guys think? Does Warden need a rework? Centurion need a rework?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I know he's. I think. Oh, I've heard, confirmed, bunny ears sort of shit. Because didn't Mege do the video about a Warden rework? That's some rework. Okay, that's good. A rework where someone's actually leaked it from the NDA that he was getting a rework.
Well, yeah, actually too, and not to throw things through here, but like the and some of the E3 gameplay that they released, you could see Warden had like different animations on attacks.
Yeah, I saw that. A lot of people are actually were pointing it out, and I think I have no clue about it if it's actually in the game right now, or it's gonna be in the game. But I think they're gonna add a lot what Apollyon had, in the event or something like that.
Like maybe like slower.
Well, the
unblockable, side unblockables or something like that. The Apollyon had. Yeah.
I would just like it that they tone down on the shoulder bash and just tone up the sword play, because Warden can just be summed up with shoulder bash.
Yeah, I mean, I literally think Shigoki and Warden are kind of similar in the sense that they're forced into a playstyle because the rest of their kit's kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Warden's like, you kind of have to shoulder bash. I mean, it's super easy to parry lights and heavies off of a Warden. I mean, the zone's pretty quick, but you can block it for the most part. And Shigoki, it's just like, you have nothing. You basically have to wait to trade with hyper armor and stuff. And that's all you have to do. And it makes just makes fights boring.
And if the other guy is aware that you have hyper armor and he has experience, he's not gonna fall for that shit, So good luck for that. Good luck with that. It's like, that's why I said he's fucking shit. And everybody kept talking about Warden needing a rework. I'm still thinking he does need a rework, but he's actually gonna be done, I think. So yeah, whatever. But I was actually I was rooting for Shigoki to be reworked, because he's in a really bad spot. Yeah. So to be actually fun and not just imagine it's a Shigoki mirror match. It's a fucking stare down, who falls asleep first. That's it. That's basically it.
Yeah, I think you hear more about Warden though, just because way more people play Warden than Shigoki, and so the Knights are always gonna be super big, and Warden's a massive character, and Shigoki gets played probably by 1% of the community.
I think that's very true, because when you think of For Honor, I mean I'm that guy who bought the collectible For Honor edition because fuck me, right? It's like you've got the 3 statue heads. It's the Warden, the Raider, and
I'm
the
sorry,
Kensei.
mate.
It's alright, you can laugh. I laugh at Life laughs at me in the morning as well, don't worry.
I hope you still have those statuettes.
Pardon?
I hope you still have those statuettes. You haven't broken them yet.
I do still have them. Yeah.
You probably broke them the first time you played against a shaman or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. It's just like I've got those wonderful helmet statues just over in the corner looking at me, collecting dust. But like,
Nice.
It's like they've reworked the Kensei.
Collecting salt. That's.
They kind of gave the Raider a few buffs, and now they're working on the Warden. So they've done the Holy Trinity.
What? Raider got a buff? Which one?
No, when he what was it with his stampede?
Well, it was a while ago. Like
yeah, it was like a very long time ago.
Yeah, that was back in 1998 or something.
I mean, it was like because after people realised, oh, you can actually parry an unblockable, Raider just became obsolete, so they needed to do something.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was fucking shit in season 1, man. It's like the worst matchup for me when I was in season 1 and season 2 was Warden.
Yeah, Warden was just
remember the days when Warden was so fucking OP, and when I made the video about how to fight Warden, those are like little guides that I make. You know, I said he was actually OP because I still thought he was OP. You know, even with my Raider, when I can freely dash around without having to worry about a outbreak, he was still a fucking nightmare. You know.
I mean, because in season 1 it was great. Everyone was collectively bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's like you sit there, oh my god, the unblockable from the Raider, it's so powerful. How can you ever parry this stuff? And then you just give it about a week, if that. And everyone was like, oh, okay, so this is how you parry a Raider zone.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, no, like, Warden was super strong back when he could just have, like, no stamina drain from the shoulder bash. I remember...
Do you remember? Yeah, that video.
It was a True Talent.
What?
Right? I think it was True Talent or something, and he was going up against... It was like... Was that guy Legion Unchained or something? I think that was his name. And he would just do shoulder bash cancel over and over until like maybe on like the 4th one, then he'd follow through. And like, True would lose like a quarter of his stam from getting hit with the shoulder bash, and he would already be like almost back to full stam as the Warden. He would just keep doing that over and over and over again. And he could just, abuse the
Oh, I think I remember that one. I think I remember that one.
Play?
I've seen him do
I think he's back.
videos. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
He plays a lot of... I see him playing a lot of Dead by Daylight and stuff, but I see occasionally him upload some For Honor stuff on his YouTube, so that's good to see.
Yeah, he's playing Orochi now,
Yeah, let's just get some more For Honor out there.
Yeah.
Spread the world with For Honor.
Didn't they recently have like Lyric and some other people were streaming it recently?
Yeah, who was it Strippin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Strippin.
Yeah, Strippin. Lyric did.
Cartoons and
Cartoons was on was on the
Cartoons
E3, I think. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Cartoons always does still keep dabbling in it. Bricky,
yeah.
I know Bricky.
Bricky. He's been doing a lot of guides. I've seen like the volcano guides. Yeah, he's got great content. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good if they spread the word, and they just give it to big YouTubers and stuff like that. But don't forget the guys that have been here for 2 years, so yeah.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah, I get it, man. It's like they're not gonna fucking invite. They're not gonna invite fucking Doggy, with 7K subscribers or something like that, So I wasn't even expecting it, but I'm gonna tweet to Pope,
Do you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's like, "I'm Star-Lord." He's like, "Who?" They'd be like, "Oh, I'm Doggy."
Yeah.
Like, "Who?"
Yeah, you show up to Eric Pope, and he would literally do that.
Yeah, boost penis, man. I love that video. I still love Talon for that one. Yeah.
Bow's fetus.
Yeah, Bow's fetus, Bow's penis.
That was beautiful.
Fall from grace.
That guy completely left the scene, right?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
I'm so happy that we can see what shooting yourself in the foot actually looks like, because Bow's done it beautiful, didn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't uploaded in a month.
He's got a gaming store.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Interesting, but you probably shouldn't get super salty when you don't get invited to events.
Yeah, I mean,
take it as a Just take it as a nice opportunity if it
Honestly,
comes your way, and if not, just keep trucking.
Honestly, I'm not gonna even fucking hide it. I fucking hate that Schmalti guy, man. It's like, yeah, I don't like him at all, man. You know his friend Schmalti?
You don't like Schmalti?
No, I don't like Schmalti,
Sloth
man.
Boy.
Yeah, Sloth Boy. I don't like him. Because he's one of the guys that actually made that video For Honor is Dead. You know, and then a month later he comes back and makes says like, oh, For Honor is back. For Honor has a new update or something like that. Like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. Click. Are you one click?
Subscribers who did do the clickbaity stuff. Do you know? Talking about clickbaity. Let's talk about something I did.
Yeah. Well, I did do that too. You know. So.
Basically, I remember one video. It actually got semi-big with regards to my channel. I said that I was trying to defend the peer-to-peer servers.
Oh man, that's
what? Who was? You were?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to defend the peer-to-peer servers. When everyone was saying how For Honor
that's
was
the
dead
second strike.
Yeah,
that's the second strike.
Second strike.
Yeah, send me a link so I can dislike.
Yeah.
I should probably just remove that video.
All right, keep
Everyone's
going.
making videos like, oh, For Honor is dead, For Honor is trash, and I'm just like, hey guys, look, there's a reason why they did peer-to-peer. And some of the comments are like, shut the fuck up, Jagira.
I mean, I saw that video. You remember? I even commented on it. I wasn't really okay. I didn't even comment about the peer-to-peer system. You know, but you had some great points. You had some great other points. You know, it's a game that just came out, and they started trashing on it. You know, how long does it take for a game when it comes out? Of course, a fighting game is always about balance. And you can't balance a game within a month or two, you know, especially not, you know, this big. And it's never been made. Of course, if it was a shooter like Battlefield or something like that, of course you're supposed to balance it, and you're supposed to get it right.
There weren't a lot for them to go on previously.
Yeah, they had no footage.
Due to how unique the game was. So that's like one of my points. That they like,
you have no data.
Guys, let's just let's not like fully defend it because they did do some issues, but if we can just, you know, cut the slack a little, and they're just like, nah, a lot of people did agree with me, but a lot of people did tell me to kill myself as well. So
you know, those are the great people of this world. I
those
mean,
are the ones that you love to have a conversation with.
I mean, yeah, I'm curious though. Like, I always find that games that use peer-to-peer usually end up with some issues, and there's been, you know, multiple games that, you know, that either, you know, switched to dedicated servers, or they didn't switch to dedicated servers, and that kind of ruined their experience. And I don't know why. I mean, I understand why they did peer-to-peer, but it just seems like almost for every scenario the servers are, I mean, the servers are obviously way more expensive to run than just a peer-to-peer connection. But
I think the issue was because it was also Ubisoft doing this. Like, I think that's another one of the things. It was Ubisoft doing it, and a lot of it was put down to, oh, you don't want to do dedicated servers because, you know, you're being stingy on money. You know, you're just trying to milk every penny, that sort of stuff. Just
but
oh, it's Ubisoft being Ubisoft. When
one of the biggest reasons why they did it, I'm sorry to cut you off, one of the biggest reasons they did it is probably because of eSports, because they still don't give up. They're never going to give up on that one. You know, that's why they are supporting streamers, you know, a lot. You know, so it's not that I'm hating. I'm not hating at all. You know, it like takes a lot of, you know, it takes a lot of effort to stream like 8 hours daily or something like that. I know, man. Like, I stream for 1 hour and I'm fucking done. But you know, it's like, I see everybody sees they're inviting streamers over to Montreal, you know, to test some new characters and stuff like that, and they're always talking to them, right? They even admitted it. Yeah, so I see where it's going. They want to make it an esports, and that's why they're giving everybody a 400 millisecond light attack, you know. So I said jokingly, you know, Shigoki's going to be the next one getting a 400 millisecond light attack. So, you know, they just want to make it fast paced.
I see that they want to go down the sort of road of esports with For Honor. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the players who played in the tournament. right? The one that was live streamed.
Right.
Okay, now we're going that way.
Are absolutely amazing. You know, they have got skill that I could only dream of. But I just find For Honor very messy to watch in the form of a tournament. I think they need to do a little bit more of it. Like,
yeah, it comes off the not being able to work off anything as well, because this is such a like a new game in its genre. I think the spectating stuff isn't like set up to make it like enjoyable to watch for people.
I really hope that they can work on a spectator mode so it becomes just a bit more enjoyable to watch. It's like, think of Overwatch, for example, ain't there?
Mm-hmm.
That's an eSports took off really well. You know, you got your Overwatch League and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, if they were using the spectator mode, which is like what For Honor's got, it would just be trash.
Yeah, no.
So 100%. I really do hope that they can. I think it'd be nice to see it become an esport.
You know, I think they'll maybe try to push for it later in the year when they make the drop of the content in October, because you've seen too how many sales and like deals and like giving the game away for free that they've done recently. They're trying to push the crap out of this game. And,
yeah.
Do you know what's worse though? And this sounds really bad. I was speaking to some people, right? And I was like, "Oh, For Honor's now free to play," and people was like, "Oh, do you know what? I don't want to go get it." They wouldn't basically buy it because they were thinking of the toxicity. So we go back to the original point, Doggy. Don't worry, we've come full circle.
Oh yeah, like after 40 minutes.
Yeah, it only took 40 minutes.
It only took 40 minutes. They would talk about the toxicity. They would talk about.
Well, name one game, please. Who does name one game that doesn't have toxic people in it and salt farmers in it?
Viva Pinata 2.
He's got you there.
All right, I'm deleting the game now.
I'm going to say this. Like, talking about toxicity, I don't know if you guys heard. We're going to be going on to a different game. Apparently, Roblox has been in the news.
Oh no.
Yeah, because in Roblox, they gang raped a 7-year-old's avatar and then left her body on the floor.
I shouldn't laugh about that, but that just picturing that in Roblox world.
Yeah, it just picture that in Roblox, and I just, you know, when you have to reread the headlines.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, look, okay, let's just get the disclaimer: rape is never funny. We're not laughing about rape. It's Roblox.
Like, I don't really want to. How does that happen? Like, people.
Apparently, someone was
chat or something.
No, they was abusing the creative tool, and they immobilized this 7-year-old's avatar.
Oh no!
And then used the creative tool to perform sex acts.
You know what?
That's the thing.
You know what that does to the. You know what that does to the 7-year-old. You know, he's gonna be marked for life right now.
Yeah,
he's never gonna be.
Oh no, it was a girl. It was a girl, 7-year-old.
Oh yeah. You know,
that's why they done it. Because it was a girl 7-year-old using a female avatar, and that's why they gang up. But people were saying there, oh,
misogynistic pigs.
Yeah, they're like, Roblox is known for a toxic environment, and I think that once a game gets labelled with some form of toxicity, when it gets labelled with certain things, that it does put people off. Like, you know, even my brother will not pick up For Honor, even when it was free. He just refused to because he was saying, well, no, he watches my content as well. But he was saying, I'm not going to play it because, you know, it's a toxic game. There's tons of salty people. Then you mentioned it was a dead game as well.
Well, that's the main reason, because people think it's an actual dead game. You know, it's not the toxicity. I don't think anybody cares about toxic people. You know, they're everywhere. You know, have you ever played Dota or League of Legends? You know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a whole new avenue.
I played Dota 2 for 5,000 hours. You know.
Poor man.
Yeah,
it's I got
sad
no life.
To say for me too, my highest played game is League of Legends. So.
Yeah, so you know where I'm coming from, mate.
No,
mate, so,
I know.
Yeah,
I've seen people say some absolute. They had that one dude who, you know, quote. He was saying it jokingly, but he went to prison for like 6 years or something, because he made some sort of like school shooting reference.
Yeah.
or
Oh my
something.
god, I remember that. It
What?
was the.
What?
I don't
Wait,
know.
he
I don't
went to
wanna-
prison because he made a reference to a
He-
school
he-
shooting or
He
something?
he said something that he
So-
would like.
What happened was they said someone said like oh, you're just messed up, you're retarded, blah 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 blah, and the guy went, oh yeah, I'm so messed up in the head, I'm gonna go shoot a school up full of kids, right?
And I guess they.
All right, yeah.
Meant it sarcastically, meant it jokingly, obviously, let's hope, but it's the internet, sarcasm's quite hard to get over it.
So he
So-
went to prison for 6 years or what?
Yeah, because
something
someone
like it.
saw the game, found out where he lived, found out he was within, I think it was 10 miles of a school, and then rang up the police and went, this guy could become a school shooter. So they arrested him on, I think it was it was in America, I think it was some sort of
I think it
terrorism
was
charge.
Yeah, I think it was in like Texas or something. But yeah, no, I mean, some of the stuff you see on games is crazy. I mean, obviously, it's the PC gaming world is way more toxic because there's just
Yeah.
more
Ways to
chat
communicate,
features.
yeah.
More chat features and stuff. But I mean, I've seen some pretty horrific things on console, like messages sent to people, like people sending voice messages with like, I'm gonna kill your family and stuff. It's just like,
What's worse, like,
You know, come on, like that shit has been around for like a million years. You know, like back then when we didn't even have fucking internet, we were playing in like internet cafes or something like that. Internet, like back in Bosnia where I grew up, and I don't know if you guys know how, if you guys know. What the situation was in Bosnia. Well, we basically had a war there, so after the war, it's not really a great environment to be in. So when you go into those internet cafes, you hear a lot of shit. Somebody talks about your mother, mentions your mother, mentions your brother, your sister, your kid. So when you play in that environment, there's eventually gonna be fists thrown. So. We got into a million fights, man. It's like, so what people say on the internet, it's like, it's so funny to me. It's like, sometimes it can be, of course, frustrating, but it's...
I think the difference is, Doggy, like, for example, you lived through the Bosnian War. I don't know which side, I love to say which side you're on, you're Bosnian, but like...
I'm Bosnian, man, so it's...
Because we weren't really something that we was taught in school, and like, I know it sounds so stupid.
No, it's okay, man.
It wasn't even that long ago. When you think about it, in like retrospect, it weren't that long ago and we weren't taught about it. But you lived through a war. You're going to grow thick skin. But then you've got someone like me, probably the whitest boy you know, who has been very lucky. He's grown up in... I mean, okay, I was born in London, but then I moved to a very rural area. But everyone's like, oh, good morning, how are you? Here, have fresh bakewells. You live this very sheltered life, you think life's perfect, and then you'd go onto the internet and you'd get someone being like, slit your wrists, you're worthless, you're trash. And someone like, obviously, I'm not saying it affects me. When I was younger, it did, because like I said, like when I started gaming about maybe 11, maybe 11 or 12 years old, I started video gaming. And I'd have people say shit to me, and you'd be like, wow, how can people be that rude? Then the worrying thing is you either get a thick skin that you can deal with those insults, or you don't.
yeah,
And this is when you get people who are like, you see on the news, this teen committed suicide because of horrible messages they were getting through on their Minecraft server.
Yeah, I mean, it's never fucking funny when somebody takes his life, especially as a kid like that, since I have a daughter myself, but it's all. I mean, we're straying, from a lot from the topic, but
I think because if we go back to toxicity, which is what we was meant to be talking about.
Yeah, but
if we go back
yeah,
to toxicity,
it's
just
like
if you want to be toxic, just don't type it. Just say it at the monitor as much of a retard that must make you look. I mean, there's been times when I think in front of when I've died, and it's been an absolute bit of bullshit. Like, the classic, the catapult. You swear you was outside the radius, but you still die.
right.
And you've like, no, that's bullshit. That's complete trash. Blah blah blah. Or you think that you've got deserve the parry, or you think you deserve the guard break. I have not completely like unloaded on chat, I've screamed at the monitor, and yeah, it's probably made me look like a complete twat.
Oh yeah,
But there's no reason just to like.
I threw a couple of vacuums against the fucking wall, you know. So yeah.
You threw a vacuum against the wall?
Yeah, because I've raged, you know.
Why is your vacuum next to your computer?
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's a story when I was a lot younger, you know. Well, let's say.
No.
Wait, come on.
No, don't.
Was it used for cleaning semen out of keyboards?
High
Yeah.
power suction?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Now, I was in my room, you know, and I was like, I was playing, and suddenly my mother comes in,
With
you know,
vacuum?
like, yeah, with the vacuum cleaner, and she's like, oh yeah, I need to clean it up, and I was like talking, and we were having like a clan war, you know, it's like, you know, you guys know what that is. It was like Battlefield 2, I think, you know, back in that time, because I was actually like a semi-professional player back then at Battlefield 2. You know, so my mother comes in and interrupts me middle in the war. You know, I was like, we were like playing for the 3rd place or something like that. You know, it was something really important to me back then. So my mother comes in, you know, and she's like, I want a vacuum clean, and I'm like, get the fuck out. You know, it's like I was raging like already because we were losing, and then she like starts the vacuum cleaner. I can't fucking hear shit, and then I get killed. You know. So I take the fucking vacuum cleaner and throw it up against the wall, and it goes into fucking 1,000 pieces. Not my proudest moment, you know. And I got the shit beat out of from my mother, you know. Of course, you know, deservingly. So yeah, basically. So everybody's susceptible to rage, of course, you know. And I'm saying, even today, I'm 32 years old, you know. I still fucking get salty as fuck. Especially when I fight a gladiator and get killed by him, and then at the end he emotes, ha ha ha, you know. I could fucking rip out my own balls, you know. It's like how salty I get, you know. But I just don't.
I worked out of the gladiator, and
I'm not gonna type. I'm not gonna type. Why the fuck are you playing gladiator, man? It's like, it's your decision. You can play whatever the fuck you want, you know. So basically that.
What I've worked out of the gladiator, right? And I feel bad. I've just found this out. If he's zone spamming,
Yeah.
he's got to dodge to the left, and you can avoid it. No, to the right. So you got to dodge to the right. Now, because I'm left-handed, I always dodged to the left, and I kept getting twatted by it.
See,
and I'm thinking, this is broken. And then the moment I dodged to the right on accident, and I avoided it, I was like, you know, you had like hallelujah going through your head. Yep. You know, the angels were singing. It was the greatest feeling ever.
Well, anytime I dodge that fucking shit, I will get hit by that, you know, by the attack behind it.
And that's the thing. If you dodge to the right, you can avoid it.
Well,
if you dodge to the right, you can avoid that shit.
I mean, I figured it eventually out. You know, I don't really have that much problems with gladiators now. It's like, you know, but it was at the beginning. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the beginning when you just got released. So yeah, nowadays I think everybody figured out gladiator. You know. So.
What was that? Yes. What's that thing he screams when he does the toe stab?
Oh,
I think it's Fortuna Duvat or something like that.
Fortune. It's like,
yeah, it's like Fortune favors the bold, or Mars favors me, or something like that. You know, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, it's some bullshit in Latin.
Do you know what upsets me? That Bamboozle was never as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I thought, like, being called Bamboozle. The idea of it, I was thinking, oh, I just cannot wait to bamboozle someone off the edge. I just thought it was going to be the greatest thing ever. And then in practice, it's shit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we've talked enough, right? I mean, we can wrap this thing up. I said it was going to be like 30 minutes or something like that.
Don't worry, mate. You got past the 10-minute mark. You can claim ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm gonna be fucking rich, you know. Like,
you can be PewDiePie.
There you go.
Don't worry.
$5 more. Woo, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the podcast. I mean, we got way off fucking topic, you know. But the point is we talked at least, you know, and it was fun. It was fun.
Podcasts to go off topic.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah,
it was Tony. It was Tony's fault.
Yeah, Tony's fault.
Yeah, I kind of fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Fucking Toeknee.
I'll never return. I already know. You guys don't want me. But
fucking Toeknee.
Yeah.
Toeknee.
Fuck that guy. But I mean, I think the general consensus thing was the same though. Like, just don't be toxic, kind of thing. It's just, you know, I mean, you can get angry at it, but you don't got to take it to a certain level. Which
Think
Yeah.
about that Michael Jordan gif. Stop it. Get some help.
yeah, yeah, essentially.
If you're gonna be toxic, you're eventually gonna end up fighting somebody like me, and that's gonna make a video out of it, you know. And so yeah,
Yep, pretty much.
that's the whole point of it. Anyways, yeah. So let's wrap this shit up. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna be listing the what do you fuck you call it? Yeah, your YouTube channels. I'm gonna be listing them down below on the in the description, and so so people can check out your channels. Fuck me, talking for way too much. Forgot how to speak English. Yeah, so that's a wrap.